Force will be with you, always.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dylan Talks Movies. I am Dylan. It's another film review of my top 200 favorite movies of all time. And if you are new here, welcome. If you are a returner, welcome back. And we have an interesting film review for you guys. Hope you guys like it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content. This movie we're going to be talking about has a nice, great cast, great performances, and screenplay. Best Picture winner. And that film is 1975's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, starring Jack Nicholson, Louise Fletcher, William Sampson, Brad Dourif, Christopher Lloyd, Danny DeVito, Sidney Lassick, William Redfield. Great cast. And this is like Brad Dourif's first big film role, so it's Christopher Lloyd. And this came out in 75. Wow, these people were young. So, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Let's get into it. So, it's about a man, played by Jack Nicholson, great performance by the way, named Randall R.P. McMurphy, who gets sent to a mental clinic, mental hospital, basically, institute, after, getting into fights, breaking the law, going to jail, even sleeping with an underage girl, yeesh. And he quickly befriends the new characters, Billy, Max, Martini, Chaswick, Dale, and of course Chief, who is one of my favorite characters in the movie. And then of course you got the little bitch herself, one of the most greatest and infamous movie villains of all time. And that, my friends, is Nurse Ratched. Mildred Ratched. Played by Louise Fletcher, who is great in this movie. But we loathe her. And I'll explain why. So let's get into it. So, he befriends the guys there who are kind of insane in a way. Billy, who has a stutter, who tried to commit suicide. Martini, who just steals cigarettes and cheats at games. Christopher Lloyd, he's funny. Chaswick, this hilarious scene. Well, I don't know, I find it hilarious. He's like, I want my cigarettes, Nurse Ratched, I want my cigarettes. I always do that scene with my dad, he always laughs. And you got Dale, who does this really in the opening in the beginning of the movie, he has this great monologue. He's talking about God, the devil, heaven, hell. It's just so great. And in the group sessions and all that, to talk about their day-to-day problems. Murphy starts getting into it and all that, starts breaking the rules around here, wants to get out. He befriends Chief, who is mute, tall, indigenous Native American descendant person who is really good, one of the best characters ever. And they get these guys get into trouble. Literally they went to go fishing. They stole McMurphy stole a bus and they went to go fishing. And it was hilarious. They try to break out. They want to watch the game, the World Series, because the movie takes place in the 40s, 50s, and they try to put a vote to it, the group, and the meeting is adjourned. And Nurse Ratched, who the bitch she is, she's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Murphy, but the meeting is already returned, and we have to bring it up next meeting. And he's like, but the game is on. But they're just fuck her. Even the TV's off. Let's just pretend there's a game and have fun. And then Big Murphy, he's just there to keep their spirits up. And there's all of them just cheering around and stuff. And then like, of course, like and Nicholson is great in this movie. And then like all the characters are like they're scratching and all the heads are like this man's not insane, he's dangerous, and that's kind of the point of the movie. Like he's a dangerous individual hanging around a bunch of dare I say it, cuckoos. But all these characters are great, they're hilarious. Like this, like there's like all these actors, Brad Dourif, Christopher Lloyd, Danny DeVito, they all go on to do great movies. Even the dude who played I forgot the actor's name, forgive me. Sorry for not remembering, but the actor who played the science teacher in Fast Times at Ridgemont High and the ghost train dude in Ghost. You know who I'm talking about. That dude's in it as well. But great characters, great acting. Movie was, of course, a stage play, of course. And you know, they start breaking into trouble. And McMurphy starts, you know, like messing up everything. You know, like breaking the windows, getting the cigarettes and stuff. Getting into fights with the dudes, and you know, Chief's helping them, and then like the kind of like shock therapy for like as a punishment and stuff. And then him and Chief start bonding, and they find out that, spoiler alert, because there'll be spoilers in this video, they find out later that Chief actually can talk after like offering a piece of gum. They actually can talk. He can talk, and then McMurphy's like, "You son of a bitch, you fooled everybody." But they have a really great friendship, McMurphy and Chief. They'll have such a great relationship. It's just so nice and peaceful. And of course, kind of the last straw is that they kind of like wake up in the middle of the night, and you know, Nurse Ratched is away. You know, they wake up in the middle of the night to have a party. You know, let's do some drinking. They invite Candy, one of McMurphy's like girlfriends, who's like a prostitute, and her friend there, to you know, like just like to hang out like in the institute. And then like the caretaker, who's this is like, "You're gonna get me fired," who's played by no other than Mr. Turkle's the character's name, who's played by Scatman Crothers, who played Dick Halloran in The Shining, which is also another Jack Nicholson movie. Like when I was watching One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest first time, I was like, "Is that Dick Halloran from The Shining? Is that Scatman Crothers?" It was. I was like, I had no idea he was in a movie with Jack Nicholson before The Shining. I mean, I even have a Shining poster right there, and I will do a review of that later on. But it was surprising seeing him and just playing like a funny caretaker there. It's just let these dudes do whatever they want. And then throughout the night they just trash shit, and then Murphy's gonna leave. He's gonna leave and stuff. He's saying goodbye to everyone, and then Billy's just like has a crush on Candy, and then he kind of like, Murphy's nice. He gets Billy to hook up with Candy at the night. And then McMurphy's about to leave, but he falls asleep and he wakes up, and all the guards are there, and Nurse Ratched shows up, disappointed and shit, getting everyone together, all drunk and hungover, and then sees Billy in bed with Candy, and then Nurse Ratched just like does the ultimate bitch move. He's like, "Don't you feel any shame for doing what you did?" And he's like, No, I don't." He's like, "I wonder how your mother must feel." He's like, "No, he's like, he spoke in normal face." He's like, "No, I didn't," because he has a stutter throughout the movie. Brad Dourif is so young in this movie, he's so great. He's like, he has to start a movie, but it's like, you see, it's like, Nurse Ratched's like, "Do you have any shame?" He's like, "No, I don't, ma'am, I don't." And then now everyone's proud, including McMurphy. He's like, and then Nurse Ratched's like, "I wonder how your mother must feel." And then he's like, my mother. It's like the stuttering comes back, like he's standing up for himself. He's proud. And then she mentions his mother. He's like, "Your mother and I are friends. You know that," because his mother was the one who put Billy in the institute, I believe. And she just did the ultimate bitch card. Like that's just so wrong. It's like your mother's gonna be very disappointed, and then Billy's just like stuttering, and he's like, "Don't tell my mom." Man, Nurse Ratched is a cold, heartless bitch. Let me tell you, she's a bitch. And again, spoilers. Like near the end of the movie, Billy gets taken away. Murphy has like his one chance to get out, and then there's a scream. Everyone comes running. Turns out in the office, Billy took a broken piece of glass and killed himself, and his dead body's all over there. Everyone's shocked. Murphy's heartbroken as hell. And then because of what Nurse Ratched did, like I literally did not expect this. I literally went, holy shit. McMurphy chokes out Nurse Ratched. She's choking her. Like literally breaks her neck. Like Dan Anderson's like getting in there just going. I'm like wow. Like, this movie just took a turn for the craziness. And then some time has passed. Now everything's back to normal. Nurse Ratched has a cast around her neck. Yikes. And then Megan Murphy is nowhere to be seen. Everyone's like, I heard he got out. He's like, I heard he's still up there. And then Chief's worried about him. And then Murphy comes back in the middle of the night. He's like, he's not speaking. He's like, and then Chief's like, because they made a pact. He's like, when we get out, we're going to get out together and go to Canada. It's because they made a pact. And then Chief goes up to him. He's like, Randall, I knew you wouldn't go out without me. I knew we'd get out together and stuff. And then he looks at top of his head. He went, and then Chief goes, oh no. Scars, stitches on top of his head, meaning he got a lobotomy, meaning, in other words, they turned McMurphy into a vegetable. They took out part of his brain and made him a dumb, mindless zombie for what he did to Nurse Ratched. And Chief is heartbroken and by this, he's deeply saddened, so he does the ultimate choice. He puts McMurphy out of his misery, which is a very courageous act he does, because he's his friend. He doesn't want to see him like this, so he just puts him out of his misery and kills him with a pillow over his head. And Chief's just like, it just gives him motivation. So earlier in the film, when they talk in the bathroom, in the tub room, like just playing games, and they're like, Murphy's fucking with the hoses at them. He's like, you know what? I get it. We go to a club bar tonight and have a drink, watch the World Series like you wish. He's like, I'll lift this giant cooler from the ground, smash the window, and go. He tries lifting it. He lifts it with all his strength. Even Chief is like, oh my God, he's gonna lift it, but McMurphy never lifts it. So Chief, because he's a tall, giant dude, he goes to the same fountain, the big water fountain, cooler thing in one of the rooms. He lifts it off the ground with all his strength, smashes it through the window, and runs free. And Christopher Lloyd's is screaming and cheering, and everyone's like, what the heck? And Chief just runs. He's free. He's out of there. And the music in that scene and the ending is just beautiful. Like, it's such a great movie. It shows like it's like Chief doing this for Randall. It's like, this is for my friend, making the promise he made. It's just such a great movie, and it won Best Picture and it got Academy Awards. Like, there's a story from I believe it was like in the CNN, the movie stock, 9-part documentary, which is really, I really recommend it. I think it's on HBO Max. That I forgot who it was, but they were sitting behind Jack Nicholson in 1974 Oscars for Chinatown. And he was nominated for Best Actor, Nicholson, the Roman Polanski film Chinatown. He was nominated, and he lost. He lost, I think, to Pacino. I think to Godfather Part 2. I could be wrong. I apologize for my lack of movie knowledge. But then the dude says, like, so he goes behind him and Jack says, sorry. He says, I'm sorry, man. He say, and then Jack goes, it's cool, man. Now I'm gonna get it next year for Cuckoo's Nest. And the next year he wins Best Actor for Cuckoo's Nest. And I think is one of the best Jack Nicholson films ever. Great cast, great movie villain, Nurse Ratched, great characters, great acting, great drama, comedy, black comedy, story, development. It's just such a great movie, and it's just inspiring. It's heartbreaking. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, must watch. If you're a Nicholson fan, if you haven't seen that film, watch it. If you're a Danny DeVito film, watch it. If you're a Christopher Lloyd a fan, watch it. If you love Brad Dourif, like all these great actors in this movie, and their characters are so great. Like, they're not playing themselves; they're playing like the characters, different people in the movie, and that's the point. But they do it so well. It's just amazing. I love it. Love this movie. So yeah, that's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Hope you guys like this film review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more film-related content. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Links down below in the description. Let me know what your favorite scene is in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Hope you guys like this. Stick around for more film reviews, and catch you on the flip side.